everybody, and welcome on out to another edition of the Living Deadwax podcast. We talk about music here. I'm your host, Ty, joined by my co-host, Tyler. We got a fun topic tonight. I chose it, so it's always fun when I choose the topics. I think mine perform better too. Like I'm more topical.
Wow.
I'm more hip. Like I think the kids like them more.
Ooh.
Like it's more like TikTokable, like my topics, I think.
That's what yours are? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're getting down into the kids?
I'm pretty, getting the youth movement.
Expert in kids? Resident young person?
Yeah. Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, resident teenager over here.
Anyways, guys, welcome in. Welcome back. If you're returning, if it's your first time here, welcome in. We appreciate having you. Hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. We talk about music here, like I said, usually with a physical media kind of related tinge. Not tonight, though. We're talking about personal one-hit wonders. So those bands or artists where you basically only like one song. They may or may not be a true one-hit wonder, but they are a one-hit wonder in your heart.
There you go.
So, Tyler, how are you doing tonight, man? And how did you feel about this topic?
I'm doing great. I feel great with the topic. It did take me a little bit to, honestly, because I wanted to avoid any, true one-hit wonders. Like, I wanted really to make it, bands that I truly like, because one-hit wonders are too easy. So, personal one-hit wonders, it's like a different thing to kind of think about, because, I usually like a good swath of bands I listen to, typically. There's exceptions, obviously, which we're going to get into here. But for the most part, I usually like a lot of stuff. So just getting personal one-hit wonders, it was a little bit of a battle. But I came up with some good ones here, and it was a fun little Spotify breeze through to see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into this. I did cheat. I had this topic completed ahead of time, so I was doing my homework ahead. I chose this topic because it was already completed for me. I already had the list done, and it came to mind over. You knew this. I told you this. You this last week, so don't act surprised.
Okay.
But it came to mind because I made a purchase of something, and a song triggered in my memories, and I'm like, that's a pretty good topic. And then I did the same thing. I went to my year-end list, my Spotify Wraps.
Yep.
Because I have them all saved, and that really helped. Because I was like, man, I really like this song enough in 2016 to play it a lot.
Yep,
and
100%.
I made the list. So I'm like, yeah, this is a good song. I just got to add it in. So I got a nice little list here. I got a good amount. We can run through 5 to 10 of them. See how long we go. We are gonna play some videos. Put them in the bottom there. Tiny.
We're chancing it.
This may never see the light of day, but we will see. This will be the Patreon exclusive when we start doing e-begging. So
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we get that Patreon pumping. We can both just relax at home all day, live out that Living Deadwax money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the dream. That's the dream. Alrighty, guys, let's get into the topic for this evening. Tyler, kick us off, man, with your first choice. Let me know what I'm gonna look up, and we'll bring it up here. Especially if I don't know what it is.
Okay, so a few came to mind almost immediately. I'll lay back on the big one, but for me personally, a one-hit wonder. There's a band called 4 Years Strong, and the song is "Wasting Time." So this song, 4 Years Strong, they're big. I mean, they still are. I'm sure they still do a little bit of business these days. They broke up for a minute, I think, but they were a pop punk band. Mid 2000s till today, and there's a video I think for it too, but so they announced this record, which is the only record I've ever owned from them, and they announced it by posting a video in an Apple store with Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy and other dudes in the video. They were in the Apple store, and it was just somebody recording it, and that's how they announced the record with a music video sort of for this song. And
interesting.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't care about 4 Years Strong really at all, honestly. This song just caught me, and I will truly only listen to this song whenever I do put them on.
Okay. I don't think I know this name. I don't think I've ever listened to them once. I've never heard a song. I don't even think they've even. Yeah, sure, band. I don't think they've even come up on any of Finn's
Oh wow.
streams, and this is like Finn's shit. So
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so maybe you can educate him next time you want a super chat.
mm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they were
Okay.
definitely a little bit of a hype band. Them and Set Your Goals. That was the whole thing. And like happy hardcore pop punk, like whatever they wanted to call the thing.
Yeah.
That was a big moment there for them. And they were on Fueled by Ramen, which was a big deal. That's Paramore. That's Fall Out Boy. That's Academy Is. All those bands were on there, so they got that hype and that rub too. I'm pretty sure Pete was their manager at some point as well. I want to say.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, so they were a big hype band, and I just never fell into it. Besides this one song, and
2009. That
sounds about right.
correct?
Yep, sounds about right. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I just remember just that Apple video, that Apple Store video. That was what it was. It's got cool double bass in there and stuff, doing the whole thing like all crazy. I dig it. It's got cool sounds in there.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a good song.
Yeah, it's cool. So
that's it. You never like felt the need to dive in past that though.
I didn't. No, I never did. So I bought the record. I own it. The record is actually worth a little bit of cash, and I've been debating selling it for forever. They just repressed it, actually, I believe, and then the band did not get the rights to it back, so they also did a re-record repress of it as well. So there's two versions of that record now that are out there floating around, and I believe both the label and the band did their own separate repressings, like last year, or the year before. So yeah, interesting.
Gotcha. Cool. I learned something new every day. I finally have heard a little bit of a song by that band, 4 Years Strong. So
there you go.
All right, I'm just gonna go with the heavy hitter. It's the one that triggered this topic. It's a song from a little movie called Spider-Man 2. It's the credit song, and that song is Vindicated by Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah.
I know, I know the very basic about Dashboard, kind of pop punk, emo-ish stuff, whatever. This is the only song I really know. I've ever really cared to know. I remember watching that movie. I didn't see that one in the theater. The first Spider-Man I actually saw in the theater was Spider-Man 3.
Oh,
I didn't see the first or the second in the theater.
Wow.
But I remember watching the second one on a DVD. Might have been Josh's copy or might have been a rental. And I remember like getting to the credits and hearing that song. And then Colin had a Dashboard Confessional CD.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was that one though, because I remember trying to find the song and it wasn't on there. And me being really
It was probably
bummed.
Swiss Army Romance, probably the one he had.
Okay, and that wasn't on there.
No.
That wasn't on there, and I'm like, damn it. But if you don't know this song, it's about this is like a.
It's about.
It's like. All right, are we? Okay, you're like doing an intro. Get the little. I like this video too. It's got the Spider-Man stuff at the beginning. I dig it.
It's the biggest thing I ever did.
Yeah, and then obviously Spider-Man 1 had the iconic Chad Kroeger and
Hero.
Josie from Saliva, Hero.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Not Nickelback. A lot of people get that wrong. It's not Nickelback. Yeah. It's just Chad. Solo Chad.
Also, real quick for you. Hold on. I had a trivia for you.
Oh shit.
So hold on, don't look anything up.
Yeah, but I like this. I like the song a lot. I like the chorus in it.
No, yeah, it's absolutely it's crazy big too. The production on it is a massive song. It's the biggest song they ever had. That and Stolen. Stolen was really good, but Stolen was coming off of this hype too. I believe in the next record.
Okay.
So like it has a lot to for this is the reason why it happened.
Gotcha.
So, fun fact for you: do you know who plays drums on that song? On Hero. On Hero.
Oh no, I don't know.
One Matt Cameron.
Wow.
He's
he
not
in
in
the
the video
video?
though. He is not.
Oh,
Our Lady Peace's drummer's in the video because Matt had to go do something else for personal reasons. But Matt Cameron from Pearl Jam, Soundgarden fame, and among other bunch of other stuff probably. But yeah,
interesting.
So,
That's funny. Our Lady Peace also Canadian, so that's probably why
ooh,
that happens.
that's a true story, more than likely.
Very interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, that could have easily made my list too. Honestly,
Okay.
I dig that song a lot. It triggers a lot of nostalgia for me because
Oh, absolutely.
I love those first two movies. I think they really hold up. The third one,
Trails
it's a
off.
little bad, and then Venom gets weird, and they screw up Venom, whatever. But I hold those three movies pretty near and dear. So those songs, particularly, I don't remember the song in the third one. Honestly, I don't. I know there's a credit song. I just don't remember it.
Oh, I
And
also forgot Sum 41 was in the first one as well.
they were. I don't remember.
That Sum 41 they have a song. They have the rock song. We get ready to rock. Yeah.
Okay. Sort of.
Whatever. Yeah, because when you gave me the movies last week, I watched the first movie again, and then I looked at the special features and stuff. And one was the video for Hero, the other one was the Sum 41 video. And I was like, I don't even remember this. And then once I played it, I was like, oh, I vaguely do remember this now. There we go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Canadians.
Yes.
As well.
So yeah. So breaking up, finally calling it quits. But those songs hold a special place in my heart. Honestly, because of the movies, but I think the Dashboard song is a pretty good song.
Yeah.
And I've just never cared to I don't know. You're gonna find that on my list. It's stuff that I don't listen to regularly. It's a lot of pop. It's a lot of country. It's stuff that's just I'm good with one song.
Yeah.
No,
so. I'm with you. Also, fun story for you, fun fact. So I read a book when I was 17, 18, I believe, and it's called Nothing Feels Good. It's like an emo guide to, or like an emo little biography or whatever, I forget, but it's all about the mid 2000s, early 2000s emo revival scene. So when I was reading it, they have a lot of it's based in New York, and Chris Carrabba, Dashboard, he's the guy. Chris Carrabba was playing coffee shops, and someone from Sony was at a coffee shop gig, and when he saw him, he described the guy that signed him, I believe. He described him as the next Bruce Springsteen. They thought that was going to be a thing for Chris Carrabba, and so Sony signed him, and or Sony Rep or whatever, I forget.
Interesting.
But they signed him because they said he was going to be the next Bruce Springsteen. So there you go, man. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. That was the next Springsteen, I guess, is a bold choice, but
yeah, it's also funny that he's the next Springsteen, not the next Dylan. Because it was almost funny because Dylan had there was a million next Dylans and stuff, and then Bruce was also a next Dylan, but obviously Bruce is the biggest next Dylan. But it's funny that they didn't just keep the Dylan thing going. But yeah, the next Springsteen.
Gotcha. That's my first choice. So bringing out the heavy hitters. What you got?
All right, so another one on my list. So this is among the heaviest of hitters, honestly, and it's a pretty fucking big curveball. So I am going to get a lot of flack for this. This is one of the biggest artists on the planet has ever existed, and it's somebody I actually dearly love. But I love the band they were in, not the solo work they did. That would be one John Lennon, and that would be the song "Mother." That song is.
I don't think I know this. I might.
You've heard the song for sure. Maybe. I hope. It's the best thing he ever did. From I like Imagine, I like some other stuff too. But if I'm listening to a John Lennon solo song, it's Mother every time.
Okay.
It's so good. His voice and his emotion in his voice. Like you hear it, so because it's just yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
Wow. Yeah, it's
So you are not an Imagine fan? I know that's
it's fine. I like Imagine enough, but if I'm going to listen to John Lennon solo, if I'm just I listen to some John Lennon solo work, it's Mother every time. I'm doing it every single time. Imagine's fine. But Mother's the one that actually gets me because that's a very emotional song. It's all about his mother and then later his father leaving him because he infamously had terrible relationships with both of them. While he had an okay relationship with his mother, she still did not live with him. She did not pay him enough attention. Then she died when he was 17. And then his dad was gonzo.
Is this his family or is this just random pictures?
I believe so. Yeah.
That John?
Yeah.
Okay. That looks like him. That's dad?
Yeah, I believe so. It's a really sad song. Yeah, I needed you. You didn't need me.
Okay.
You had me. I didn't have you. Like that's just there's so much emotion behind that, and it definitely makes me feel a certain type of way every time I listen to it. I listened to it today, and I was like, oh, this is definitely on the list. This is the one.
Gotcha.
I don't like the vast majority of Lennon solo stuff. It's just never been a thing. I've listened to damn near every record, damn near every song on the studio stuff, and very little do I have any sort of reverence for. It's fine. It's just not for me. And yeah, so there we go. I love Beatles, not John Lennon solo.
Okay, gotcha. I love neither, so that's cool.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna go with another heavy hitter. I kind of spoiled it earlier because we were doing some tests to this, nice. But this is a band that is one of the biggest bands still today. They've been a giant band since they came out, early 2000s. They were basically a giant band throughout Tyler's and I entire existence in school, middle school and high school, and still to this day. That is Slipknot with Psychosocial. I just never got into Slipknot. I never bought in. I was more of a Stone Sour mark than a Slipknot mark. But this song, I think, is by far their best song. I think it's one of their best written songs. I think it's a really good pop song that is really fucking heavy. So I will give them that. I think it's a really well written, catchy song with a really, really cool chorus, and it's heavy ass riff. I think it's a good combination of Stone Sour and Slipknot because it's really catchy at times.
Yeah, Corey's
that's
voice
why I like
great too.
Stone Sour. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but this song it's heavy, it's fun. This video is awesome too. I remember when this dropped, it was playing everywhere, and 13 years ago.
Is that All Hope Is Lost?
All Hope Is Gone. Yeah.
Oh, God, there you go.
Yeah. It was 2010, I think. 2009, 2010, something like that.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Let's get to the chorus here. Chorus is really catchy. Still enjoy this song. And I truly just don't care about anything else.
Which is nuts.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just never got into them, and I never really got into the whole Slipknot fandom thing.
You get thrown off by that stuff. You get thrown off by that stuff a lot, and it's not even like it's just because it's everywhere. It's too much. It's overwhelming to see all that fandom, and then it's their attitude. Sometimes, or a lot of them, not just Slipknot or maggots or whatever. It's just a lot of that crazy fandom. It's just everywhere, and it just gets a little bit too much for you.
Yeah, and there's kids in school that they just wore Slipknot shit. It's like that's all you listen to.
Yeah. It's
that
a
always
weird deal.
Weird.
They're a life band. They were another life band from that era too. They were definitely another life band like that. So,
no, yeah. All right. I'm not gonna take anything from them. Giant band, still relevant. Still massive records today, selling out arenas and big business. So, but that was the only song that ever really grabbed me. I don't know. Even Josh listened to Slipknot. He had a few of the records. He had the live record, and I don't know. Even when he would put them on, it never grabbed me. But that song, when it came out, I was like, yeah, this is a sick song. There's actually a really cool mashup with Bieber with Baby. That sounds amazing. Yeah,
nice.
It sounds amazing. I suggest that. next time you want to hear something funny, because it's like, this ain't gonna work, and it works perfectly together. But that shows you, because that's a really good pop song. So that shows you that the songwriting ability in Slipknot and Corey Taylor and his melodic sense is on display there. Because, like I said, it's a pop song wrapped up in this metal veneer. Really catchy, good hooks, great production.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was I don't want to say their biggest song, because they had, because Duality and Vermilion and all that stuff were big songs, but like, I don't know, on the radio, maybe that might have been their biggest radio song.
Well, let's just take a look. This is at almost 500 million views. So let's just do YouTube. And then Duality, 368 million. So Psychosis has got more views.
Yeah.
So if you put any credence into that, I don't know.
That says something. The pop sensibility is definitely there, and it got them over for this song for sure. That record. I also just remember that song, but I also remember, I think I've told you the story before. But I walked into Walmart when that record came out, and I saw like a 4 or 5 year old boy wearing an oversized hoodie, obviously from somebody else. It was brother, sister, mother, father, I don't know, whatever, right? But wearing that, walking out of Walmart, and it said and it was Slipknot, whatever, in the back it said, "All hope is gone," in massive block letters. And I'm like, this is funny to see a 5-year-old wear an "All hope is gone" hoodie. It just the message is kind of funny.
Getting started early.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's cut that kid down real quick. Oh my god, love it.
What you got?
All right, somebody else I got here. So I do like this. I like other songs this guy has, but again, if I'm listening to him, I'm pulling this song up, and hopefully there's a different person with me that may or may not be a woman. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully a woman. That's one. Gotcha. Ted Nugent, Stranglehold.
Wow.
We have talked about Stranglehold before. I don't hate Nuge at all. There are Nuge songs I like. I like other Nuge songs just fine, I guess. But again, if I'm listening to Nuge, it's going to be Stranglehold because it's so good.
Yeah, that song's sick.
So good.
Yeah.
It's so long, whatever. It twists and turns, and the guitar work on there. And it's David St. John or Derek St. Holmes. His voice is so killer. It's just a good vibe.
Yeah, it's just a really cool song.
Yeah,
just a cool song. Like
and
Nuge one of those songs that. Yeah, one of those songs that you either want to be driving to or you want to be doing something else to.
100%, absolutely.
Just a great song. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
great. It's funny because a lot of the song is just this, but it's really good.
Yes, absolutely. Nugent, like his solos in this song are just so good, and they bring it back, and they bring it down, and they bring it down, and they bring it down, and and then it kicks back in. So good. It's one of the best, hard rock songs of the 70s. 100%. It's a good deal.
Yeah, very much agreed. Good choice. I wouldn't probably put him on my list because I like Cat Scratch Tree quite a bit. I like the songs that you're supposed to like.
Yeah, that's fair. And maybe I shouldn't even put it on my list. I like the song just fine. But I just thought about it like, if I'm going to a song for an artist, the first one I'm going to almost every time is a situation like this. I'm going to Stranglehold every time, even though it's long. It doesn't fit every situation. Like, whatever. Because his guitar work for a lot of stuff is super cool. Because Ted's a great guitarist, and but Stranglehold is the deal for me.
Very good choice. Very good choice. I'm gonna go with a band that this is a song that eluded me for years, and I was trying to figure out what it was. It was in a video game commercial, and I knew that it was in a video game commercial, and I had to remember again the video game, and that was a game called Splashdown on the PS2, which is basically a Wave Race clone. Wave Race clone from Nintendo. But yeah, the band is SR71. The song is a little song called Right Now. Baltimore's Favorite Sons. Just good pop punk, really cool song. This is by far the best song this band ever written. Also did 1985 before Bowling for Soup. So a little trivia there for you to show off for the ladies. Promo only, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a great song. Really cool video too. Yeah, I love the Ellen mom hair too. Just the drip going on in this video right now, dude.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, I just a great poppy, catchy little early 2000s pop punk song. So yeah.
Also, another fun fact for you: lead singer there, Mitch Allen. He produced and wrote for Demi Lovato, Third Eye Blind, Miley Cyrus, Carly Hansen, Jason Derulo, Pitbull, Fifth Harmony, Kelly Clarkson, Simple Plan, Faith Hill, Selena Gomez, Bowling for Soup, Jonas Brothers, and Joe Cocker. 20 million albums.
Yeah, I mean, and that tells you right there. This song is a great pop song.
Yeah.
It's really catchy. It's got a good hook, great chorus. Got the Bohemian Rhapsody ripoff there. It's just a great song. Cool video too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually tried to listen to this album, like when I discovered, oh yeah, it's SR71. And I don't remember how I found out. I think I like told Josh, and I was telling Josh, like, yeah, it's in a video game commercial, and he's like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know that song. And then I think I looked up like PS2 Wave Race, which doesn't exist because Wave Race is the Nintendo franchise. But then Splashdown came up, and I'm like, that's it. And then I found the commercial, and then I found the song, the band. So.
Yeah.
And then I told Josh, he's like, huh, yeah, you're right.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
no, I think we hung out the night after you did that because I remember you. I think we were driving somewhere and you played it. Like I found the song. You told me the whole story, and you played it. I was like, yeah, this song. I know this song. And you're like, well, I didn't know the song, whatever. But I remember that from just the time, whatever, from pop punk stuff, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't even. I didn't. I now that you're telling me that, I feel like I remember the commercial. I feel like I just remember that, and so like whatever. But yeah, it's a cool song, and just of the time pop punk, and you finally found it.
Yeah, I think it's 2000, and this actually says it's from Dude, Where's My Car, which I don't remember at all.
Wow, they were an American Pie band, basically. They're one of those bands, not American literally, but
yeah,
they're American Pie too.
American Pie.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yes.
All right, what do you got? What's next?
All right, so I got another one here for you. This one truly is like it's a big deal among my little scene, if you will. But it's the only song I've ever really wanted to listen to ever, and it made me like $400 like 2 years ago, so it all worked out. That band is Under Oath. That song is "It's Dangerous Business," walking through your front door.
I think I've heard this song before.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
This is like the song, right? Their song.
I mean, for like your sister and me, yes, but for like Under Oath fans, this is not at all. But yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. I think I remember walking away because I think Under Earth played like Mayhem Fest.
I'm sure.
And then we just left. We're like, we're not into this.
Yeah. And like it's fine. What's cool I like a lot is Aaron Gillespie, the drummer, sings on this song with Spencer, the lead singer, and he sings the hook, and that made me like love his voice.
Oh, okay.
And then he later made a band called The Almost, and I liked that a lot too.
Where's that at? Is that like right here?
So right here. There you go.
Dude, this quality right now. We gotta re-upload this shit, boys.
Yeah.
Dear Lord. Okay.
And then I like, so if you want to skip ahead to the end, near the end or so, not there. Like let's go like 3/4. There you go. right here. Big
Okay.
deal.
Little electronic stuff. Oh, okay. Got the choir going on.
Just so cool.
How did this make you $400? Just a record, or
the record? So I bought the record because they have a record that's from the record. They're Only Chasing Safety, and I found that at Zia. I found the green copy of that at Zia, 2000 and I don't know, 8, 9, something like that. And I bought it for like $12, and it was the first pressing, the only pressing for the longest time. And it was a one of 400. They made 4 different colors, I believe, variants. And this is 2006, I believe that record came out in. And they made 400 copies of each of the variants. And it's a green record, basically. Like the whole, like all the color scheme and everything for the record is green. I had a green copy of that. The most desirable variants for the colorway, if people care about the aesthetic of it, I had the most attractive one. So a dude messaged me, or I saw a post, I think somebody's looking for that variant in that record, and I had it, and I don't care. I know it's a big deal record for a lot of people. It's not for me, and I liked the fact that I had it for rainy day fun, maybe. And so somebody posted on one of the Facebook groups and said, hey, I'm looking for this record, this variant. If anybody has it, let me know, whatever, right? So I replied and I said, I have it. And they said, like, I'm willing to pay big money, whatever, right? And I was like, you can convince me, man, whatever. So I said, I got it. send me a message. And so he sent me a message, and he was like, are you trying to sell it? And I was like, I'm not trying to sell it. No, I'm cool. I can keep it. And he's like, okay, how much is it going to take? And I was like, I don't know. You got to find me. You got to find that number with me, man. I'm not the one. You got to tell me, because you got to give me a reason to fucking sell it, right?
Yeah, you wanted him to make the opening. You didn't want to undercut yourself.
100%. So he said, I said, well, I see here it sold for like 300, 330, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And I was like, it's worth more than that at this point, I think. And you never see this variant come up and whatever. And I knew what I was doing. And he was like, all right, so what's the number? And I was like, I think I said 390. I said just below 400, and he was like, done. And so he Venmo'd me, and so I got $400 for it, and then I sent it off to him, whatever. And he was super stoked. So
Venmo'd you? That's sketch.
Yeah,
that guy's insane.
Well, he's insane. Yeah, absolutely. But like, I don't know. Yeah, it was 100% Venmo too. Yeah.
I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like,
no, I know.
Didn't have that. You could have just disappeared. He's not
absolutely.
Getting that money back.
I feel super weird if I do that.
PayPal goods and services.
Yeah, 100%.
Kids
it all worked out. Well, yeah, because we talked. I think the conversation was like, if we do it PayPal goods and services, it's going to be like $16 or something. I don't know what $400, whatever it was, like the fee. And I was like, unless you want to make it like 405 or whatever. And he was like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I was like, all right, so that's what I'm looking for. And so he's like, I'll Venmo you. And I was all right, cool. So we did it, and he sent me his address and got it out to him. So it all worked out, and he has the best record.
People buying things online, I don't recommend that ever. But do it. Unless you know the person.
Yeah, I could never do it.
I mean, you see it all the time on the baseball card subreddit. I got scammed. Guy had me pay friends and family. Yeah, you're done. You're screwed. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, you're real dumb. I have bought a lot of stuff from Facebook groups and stuff like that, especially like 4 or 5 years ago. I was doing it because a lot more active on there. I go on Facebook anymore, but like I feel like if you do goods and services, you're asking for trouble unless somebody's like a proven person, I guess, or whatever, right? And for the most part, I was always goods and services. So yeah, whenever kids, you want to buy stuff online, don't do friends and family, or don't do Venmo.
Unless you know the person, or unless you're making the transaction in person, then it's fine because you're getting it right then. Like I've done stuff friends and family at card shows.
Yeah.
But I'm getting the card right there. I know what I'm buying. I'm not, it's not coming in the mail. So good story. I haven't thought about Under Oath in, I don't know, 10 years. They're still a band, right? As far as I know.
They just got they got back to them like 3 or 4 years ago because they're a really dysfunctional band. And so their guitarist, I believe, actually just left, and there's like a big fallout from doing so because his wife, I guess, got upset, made a post of some kind on social media, and got a little bit messy for him.
Interesting.
So good stuff.
All right, I'm gonna go with my next one. That's like probably the only song on this list is like that's in the vein of stuff I would listen to pretty regularly. And I did like this record quite a bit when it came out, but like this is the song that I listen to still quite a bit today. Like it'll probably, now that we've done this episode, it'll probably end up in my Spotify Wrapped for this year.
Nice.
I'm like, I got my binge of this song. So this song came out in 2011. It's by a band called Deadlock. They're a German, I mean, kind of like melodic, technical death metal, but not. They got, female clean vocals, so it's a little different. And I'll pull it up here in a second. Funny part about this is like when back in the day when Anna and I were going to school together, just like 2011, we were driving into classes and at PV. And like this record came out, so I'd like put this record on in the morning because I was trying to get her into like more extreme stuff. And this has really good clean choruses by the female lead singer. I don't know her name, but I remember being like trying to like show her that, and she's like, I don't really like it. It's like, God.
Yeah.
I always love that when you try to get somebody into something and they're just like, they just don't care, and it's like you die a little inside.
Hurts my heart so much, brother. It's one of the worst feelings, especially when it's like, well, luckily for you, this is not something you're really truly like in love with. But if you were to show her Maiden, for example, way back when, or Rush, or whatever, and she's just like, okay, like not that she's the massive big Maiden Rush fan, but she's a fan at this point. And so it's like, if she was totally like just not interested whatsoever, like it's not for me, I don't know. It would break my heart whenever I've done this in the past as well. It's broken my heart 100%.
Yeah. And honestly, we were still like, that's only a few years deep. So like now I know like more of the stuff she's going to like instantaneously. And she's gotten into more extreme stuff. And like she listened to Behemoth and enjoy Behemoth and has seen him multiple times and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's just like one thing that didn't click with her. But yeah, this is Deadlock with a little song called Virus Jones, and this is off a record 2011. I can't remember the name of the record, but I remember this video, and this got posted up on Metal Sucks. They did a review for it, and that was when I was really deep into like look at all the reviews and discover these bands.
Yeah,
but I remember watching this video, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. It's like I like this.
It's already creepy crawly. I don't like it.
This video was sick. I was like, yeah, this video is cool. But yeah. So kind of like metalcore-ish, but a little bit more technical. Kind of genty with the bass a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. I thought it would be a lot creepier with the drummer. I thought it would be so much creepy. I thought they were all going to look at the drummer. And I thought the drummer looked creepy as shit. So I was like, okay, they're all going to be that. And they're not. So they look people. So that threw me off again.
So you got the harsh male vocals. But then, let me see if I can get to the chorus part. Don't bore us, get to the chorus.
Exactly.
I really like this girl's voice, but I remember listening to the record, and like she's not on it enough for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
I don't mind the guy's voice either. He's decent, harsh vocals. It's just this song's really catchy.
Yeah,
it's got that little bit of keys in the background too. I'm assuming that's keys. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it goes back into this. Yeah, I looked them up, and I'm like, I guess they broke up because like they haven't done a record in like since 2016. So
yeah.
And then they re-recorded this song in 2014. I listened to it, and it was like it sounded exactly the same. So I'm like, I don't know why they re-recorded it, but
interesting.
But yeah, that was Deadlock with Virus Jones. Yeah, that's probably the only band or artist in here that's like stuff I regularly listen to. So there you go.
That's awesome. Let's see. All right, so my next one here for you. It's gonna be another. It's gonna be another big band. Okay. So this is going to be okay, whatever, relatively big. This is going to be one Godsmack with the song Whatever.
Oh yeah,
That was the one. That was the one that reminded me when we were talking off air earlier. So
okay.
Godsmack dominated radio airwaves here for the early part of the 2000s, and still somewhat probably do. But this is my favorite Godsmack song, and
still a massive band.
Yeah, still big business band for sure. And it's mostly on. I mean, we talked this song maybe, I don't know, a year ago, whatever. But it's mostly because the bumper. It was the bumper music to basically every In and Out for KDKB. Like every time, it was always like Big Red Radio. That was just the bumper for like 15 years, and maybe still is. I'm not sure, but heard it every day a million times.
Yeah. What's interesting about this and like System and the bands that were coming up, like Ozfest helped these bands a lot. Like for as much shit as Sharon gets and a lot of bands that you're paying to play and shit, but like Godsmack, Disturbed, System, like their first big exposure was Ozfest. Yeah, Slipknot. So I can't undercut them for that. And honestly, yeah, this is a cool song. I've always enjoyed this song. I enjoy this whole record, but
yeah, I know you're a big fan of the whole record, and like I like Godsmack songs, but like honestly, if I'm listening to a Godsmack song, 99.99% whatever. I just think it sounds awesome. Sully's voice sounds cool. The riff is awesome as well. You know, the video is cool, I guess. You know, it's just showing the summer stuff, you know, and Sully looking all, you know, and it's a cool deal. I feel like those festivals, Warped Tour, Ozfest, Mayhem later on, of that time, they were but they were so crucial because since the internet was still infantile and no one really knew everything, all the ins and outs, how to access bands and find out about new bands and stuff, when you buy a ticket to Warped Tour, Lollapalooza, probably more back east or whatever, but Lollapalooza, these different festivals or touring festivals, like they gave you that exposure to these bands directly. We talked about last week. I talked about the samplers that I would get from Warped Tour every year: the Epitaph sampler, the Vagrant sampler, Equal Vision, all those samplers that were handed out for free. They got me into so many bands, and I wouldn't have gotten into them probably, I don't know, ever, but like not for a while, and I might not have gotten into a lot of them at all, you know, because I've never found out about them because they put every band they had signed at the time on those samplers, you know. And not all of them were the biggest, you know, they weren't Bad Religion, you know, they all had different varying points of success, you know. And without those festivals, without those samplers, this record collection is halved. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. Like I discovered a ton of bands. Like when the Ozfest lineup would get announced, like I'd go through the lineup and like I gotta find CDs for these bands, you know, or find downloads or something, and would go through and try to listen to every band before going. And would just do that, and it opened the door for a lot of bands for me. Like, I mean, Free Fest, that's how I got into Behemoth, man. Like, I've been a fan for them for, you know, going on 15 years now.
First band you ever met?
So,
damn near, probably.
Sort of, yes, because we talked about that the other night, I think we were at a show or something, I don't remember. But I didn't get to go to the signing because I didn't get to go to the line because it was a Jägermeister sponsored signing.
Oh yeah.
I later met Nergal at Marquee, like side note, and I later met them. There's Behemoth. Trivium might have been there too at Family Values. We went to the Trivium signing, Josh and I. Those are another bands, Trivium, Killswitch. Those are Ozfest bands. Like my brothers 100%. Got into Killswitch through Ozfest. So this is my song though, Moon Baby, dude. Yeah, this song is awesome. Sick.
Like song, I like Voodoo too, but like I remember we listened to it. We almost listened to this whole record like 2 years ago. I think one night just kept going.
This record's great. Yeah, great record. Iconic album covers. Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they gave me the short hair weirdo alt girl thing for a while there.
Oh yeah, that's the start of it.
I mean, I'm still there, probably just lesser, you know, but early on, I'm sure that had something to do with it.
I've listened to this record so many times in my life because when this record came out, when I was going drag racing with Josh and Carol Gamber, when
Nice.
Josh was doing junior drags, and I would tag around with him. Carol, his dad, would play this all the time. They would play this in the truck all the time. So we'd be driving to Mason-Dixon or Capitol, and usually these tracks are like 45 minutes to an hour away. So like you're hearing almost the entire album, Belle of
Oh yeah.
So I've heard this album a ton. I think that's why
crazy.
it's so ingrained in my DNA. Like I know the whole record, front to back, and I know like the intros and what songs coming next, and still to this day. So great song, good choice too. I'm gonna go with it's probably my biggest one, honestly. That is like the song that's like, that's the one song that I like truly. And I've never really cared to even try other things. That's a band called Cold, and the song is called Stupid Girl. And I don't remember when I discovered this song. I don't know if it was the radio or the video or whatever, because I remember this video pretty vividly too.
Oh yeah.
But and this intro, Geffen Records, by the way. Crazy. And then Tyler and I later found out this is written by Rivers from Weezer. And I think that's why it's such a great song.
A co-write at least. Yeah. He's in it. Yeah.
This is a Weezer song. You could take this and turn this into a Weezer song, dude.
No, it is.
Easily.
Yeah. Because I think he plays guitar and he does backing vocals too on
that
it.
Guy. He does. He does the little in the chorus. That drummer. The drummer's got drip, dude.
No, he does. Yeah, the drip. That's what you call it.
Drummer's got drip, dude.
This is the mixed sixer, isn't it?
This might have been pre-mixed. This is like 03, bro.
Oh man.
I like how this is just up all the time. That's usually not how it works, but
no, I think this is like a promo DVD or something or other.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I always like this video too. They're all like, I'm so depressed, broke up, tear the signs.
It's also weird to me. So we're gonna go back to the drummer. He's the only one dressed like that. He's the only one doing the gimmick.
They're all kind of wearing coats and shit. I guess the lead singer is.
Just looking like guys. They're not wearing makeup, dyeing their hair, doing a whole gimmick with their facial hair and sideburns, what have you. They're just
like he didn't get the memo. They're like, "Why are you dressed like this, George? Take this off." No, man, we're doing a video, bro. I'm gonna look like this. All right, if that's what you want to do. So be it.
Like legit,
dude. Great song. It's a song that's really disappeared from terrestrial rock radio. Like I don't hear it anymore. It's really weird but like generic rock radio is really weird. Like KPD like doesn't play. They just play like the typical Pantera songs, the same 4 songs, and then just new shit. It's like everything from like the 2000s that you played ad nauseum all day every day is just like forgotten about. It's so weird.
Are we no longer staining it? No more stain heads?
I mean, it'll come up sometimes, but it's not as much as you think. And like this is a song that just all but disappeared. And like it's a great song. It's only got 87,000 views on here. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're one of the thousands.
Oh no, that was one. There's another one of 15 minutes.
Okay, there you go. So, I think currently on tour for the 20th anniversary of that record right now. So there you go.
Yeah, hear the one song, man. That's a rough show.
I sent that to you. I was like, hey man, we should go check this out.
I just want to hear the one song.
Yeah, it's good. All right. So I got another massive person in the world of music, and another massive person in my personal life as well. But again, don't care about the solo shit. That is one Paul McCartney. Maybe I'm amazed.
Oh wow.
Paul has even less solo songs than John does that I like. Not love, but maybe I'm amazed. Might make my top 5 favorite songs of all time. I think it's one of the greatest songs ever written. Just vocal, lyrics, everything.
Hold you to that. That's a bold claim. You can't just say that when that's eventually going to be a topic.
So good.
It's so good. Yeah, it's a good song. Good Simpsons song too.
Is that Simpsons too? I didn't know that.
It's in when Paul and Linda are in it. And remember that episode?
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you.
When Lisa's a vegetarian or whatever, and
yeah,
they're hanging out with Apu on top of the Quickie Mart.
Got you. Yep.
It's in the credits of that song.
Yeah.
Because that it's in the credits of that episode because that's when Lisa and like Homer are feuding or whatever, and then they make up at the end.
Yeah. It's so good, and Paul's vocal on it it's so good. His lyrics on it, the piano work, like just the little things. Like it's his first record too. It's the first record. This is right fresh to the Beatles, and I think it's 70, and it exploded him on the scene, I guess, as a solo artist. And I personally have never wanted to listen to almost anything else. Like I'm not a Wings fan. Like I don't care about anything else he really did as a solo artist. Like Live and Let Die was a big deal, but I like it. I like the Guns version more.
Yeah.
You know,
I suppose the video wasn't out.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Did you hear it though?
I heard. Yeah, it's good to hear it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great song. I'm not a huge Beatles guy at all, or a Paul McCartney or John Lennon, or literally anybody that was ever associated with the Beatles.
Just fuck them.
But just fuck them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good song. It's a great song. I love this production. Like, it sounds very dated. Like, it sounds very 70s. But like in the Zeppelin records, they kind of have the same sound in this like guitar tone, kind of. But I think it's timeless.
Yeah.
It's like so dated. You could tell when this was produced, but to me, it's timeless, which is really weird. Yeah, I know that's an oxymoron, but I don't know. It's just I feel about it.
I feel that way about a lot of vocal from that era, from the 60s and 70s. I feel like a lot of vocal, like it's because I think it's a raw vocal. There's no effects on it or anything like that. I just think the microphones, it sounds different. It sounds more raw, and there's more like limitation in the recording equipment, I feel like. And like, I don't know, like it's just the technology was just different and it sounded different. There's a tone to it. Like a lot of Doors records, I wish Jim's vocals were a little more clear. Not that they're not clear necessarily, but clean, I guess, is probably the better word for it. I wish his vocals were more clean, but I understand like polishing that kind of stuff, polishing those big, huge, massive records, or, you know, it wouldn't be too attractive for a lot of people. But I think that a lot of those vocals, if we made them even cleaner, it'd be cool. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Good choice.
Yeah.
Are we doing a Ringo choice and a George choice too tonight?
We're not. No, we absolutely are not. No, I like a lot of George songs. George does not. I like a lot of George songs. So Ringo, I don't know. I think I do. I probably know Ringo solo, but that's kind of it. So maybe, who knows?
Marge's favorite Beatle, Ringo.
Mom too. My mom too.
Really? Wow.
Because everybody else was Paul and John, and then George, and Ringo's the least one. She felt bad about it, so she loved Ringo.
Yeah, just pity. The pity, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Appreciates that sometimes.
Hey, we absolutely appreciate that sometimes. Absolutely. I take that some days.
I'm gonna go with a totally different vibe here. I'm gonna go with somebody. Tyler, remember this song? A band group that had a ton of big songs when we were in school. I think they're still around. I think I saw them headlining some fest. I don't know if they're doing records. Tyler might be able to know. That is a band called Gym Class Heroes.
Oh,
and a song called
Jesus.
This song's great, dude. You don't like this song?
No, not
this
at all.
Song's not good.
The first two records.
I don't give a shit about the first two records. I don't care.
I know you don't. It's an issue.
I don't really care. Features The Dream, dude. He's my favorite guy.
Yeah, I know it is. He really is. Your favorite rapper, at least.
Yeah, The Dream. I've been saying that for years. My favorite rapper. I've been dying on that hill.
Or hip hop. I don't actually know. Hip hop person, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. This song's sick. It's got a good beat. It's hooky as hell.
Yeah,
It's a cool song.
I would almost want to make the Gym Class Heroes a ranking video or something or other, just so you have to listen to the first 2 records because you will forget about this song.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna do that.
God, they're so good though. Cruel School
I'm not
Children
gonna do
and
that.
Paper Chronicles Part 1. Those
I'm not
are
gonna
such
do
good
that.
records. Oh
I don't care about that. So this is this like their third record?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
This is the Quilt.
Is this with Cupid's Chokehold?
No, that's on the
What is
record before
Cupid's
this.
Okay. I like Cupid's
Yeah.
Chokehold. It's fine, but that's just because of the Supertramp.
Yeah,
Sample.
well, that's fair. Yeah. I saw them on this tour. They were on Warped Tour that year. This is like 09. I saw him this tour,
really?
and that's when Travis was dating Katy Perry, and it was such a big deal. And like Katy was on Warped Tour too. And I remember watching their sets, and like it was probably the moment that like, because that was Kissed a Girl, and like probably whatever second or third single she was on, so she was still massive. Not I don't know. She's still, I don't know, whatever she's at, whatever level she's at now. But at that point, she was huge. And Gym Class, like, just given that rub, they were on the precipice of being possibly something huge or bigger than anything else was. Like maybe even Fall Out Boy level, honestly, because like hip hop and like pop punk, like the vibe or whatever, because that was the community that they came up in. And that those first 2 records are a little more pop punky to an extent. But they were almost there, and then they broke up, and Travis kind of disappeared. He kind of did a rap thing for a minute, and then they broke up, and then they made a new record. I think they made the Paper Chronicles Part 2, and it just didn't really. It never came together the same way.
Aren't they still doing things though? Aren't they?
They might be doing. They might be doing something, but last I knew, they weren't like active, and like touring and stuff. Because they did break up, and Travis went and did his solo stuff for a good hot minute. There's actually a Travis had a solo. We're going way too deep on this because I just remember this the first time I've thought about this in at least 15 years. So Travis had a record, I believe, either before or immediately after the first Gym Class record came out, and it was just him, a solo called Bernie Allen. That was the project. It was called Bernie Allen, and that record and that project was also super cool. So if we ever do any sort of Gym Class Hero thing, I'm making you listen to the Bernie Allen record. I'm making you listen to the first 2 Gym Class records, and then we're doing these 2 other ones that I don't go about.
I'll do it, but it's not going to change my opinion. You think it's going to change my opinion of Cookie Jar? It's not. Cookie Jar features the dream. I told you that when we started. It's my favorite rapper, my favorite hip hop person. It's a great song, great beat, catchy as hell. It's funny. It's a cool song. I don't know why you don't like it. I don't really know why you don't like good things. And it's starting to piss me off. Don't piss me off.
I see what you're doing. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, don't
what
piss
do you
me
got?
off.
Give me your next one.
All right. Another one I have here for you. I actually have. Oh, I forgot, Ty, that I pulled things. I forgot that I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did. So
I have none of these actually because I'm not stupid.
So I have the record, and this is because I have money. So I have the 4 Year Strong record, and so I also have this record I'm going to do here. I don't care. I don't hate this man. I'm sure I know that he has his fans, and I'm just not necessarily one of them. I kind of almost lump him in with the Jimmy Buffett kind of deal, and I don't. Maybe I shouldn't do that because maybe we should respect him a lot more because he did do a lot of cool stuff with Disney. That person is Randy Newman. The song is Short People.
Oh God! I can't believe you like Short People.
I love this song. So a fun thing for you. So I was with a female here over the last few months, and so we would drive around, and I put on Short People, and she had never heard the song because it's Short People. And so I put it on, and she was like, she listened to it, and it was a joke or whatever. And so then when she listened to it, she was like, "What is this song?" And I was like, she's like, "Why do you like this?" And the story that I told her was like, "You want me to be honest with you?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I'll be honest with you." So I like the song a lot. It makes me a little emotional, honestly. This is a song my dad wanted played at his funeral.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. And she was like, "It's not true," and I've never really told her that it wasn't true. So this
good
is my dad's
idea.
song.
Nice.
Shout out.
Also, another side note: this song is banned in Maryland, so
Yeah.
which is hilarious. Not Toy Story, not You Got a Friend in Me. It's
fine.
Short People.
It's fine.
No reason.
No.
It's got the hype sticker on here too.
No, that's why I bought it. Yeah, it's so nice. We bought this together, I believe. But yeah, it's just a cellophane with hype. So nice. Perfect.
This was the single. This is let's put this on the hype.
That's lead. This is a lead single right here. It's awesome.
I want to know the thought process in writing this song. Have you ever looked that up?
No, I'm sure that I have actually, but I don't recall it off the top of my head. So I feel like Randy Newman is just obviously a very interesting cat, and he writes a lot of interesting songs, and Short People is that, obviously. And let's see here. The verses and chorus are lyrically constructed as a prejudiced attack on short people. In contrast, the bridge states that short people are just the same as you and I. Many listeners thought the song reflected Newman's sincere beliefs. However, Newman intended the song to be a satire about prejudice more broadly. The guy in that song is crazy. He was not to be believed. As with many of his songs, such as Rednecks, Newman wrote the song from a point of view of a biased narrator.
Gotcha.
And it's
likely
perfect. Yeah.
Story.
So in 1978, the state of Maryland delegate Isaiah Dixon attempted to introduce a legislation making it illegal to play short people on the radio. He was advised by Attorney General Francis B. Birch that such a law would be a violation of the First Amendment.
I thought it went past. Okay. I guess life.
Well, to be fair, there was a legislation being entertained to be introduced to ban a song on the radio. The song had no expletives, no nothing. It didn't have any sort of weird thoughts behind it. Just short people shouldn't, don't deserve to live, really. Which
yeah,
might be
great. That's a great choice. I'm gonna go with one that Tyler probably doesn't see coming, and probably most people who watch this regularly do not see coming. Okay. You might know this song. I don't know. But this is a song called Merry-Go-Round by Casey Musgraves.
Ooh,
I think this song is excellent. I don't know much of any of her other stuff. I'm sure I would probably dig it just based on this song. Country music artist, but I'm assuming she's still country. I don't know. The song's like a decade old now, but I really dig this song. It's good vibe, cool video. I think this is a Finn stream. I think I was watching one of Finn's Twitch streams one night, and he played this song.
Yeah.
But I was like, I like this song a lot, like instantaneously. I have a lot of country songs like that where I just like them instantaneously, and then they become earworms. It's because they're written like that. They're supposed to be written like that.
Yeah.
But I very rarely ever want to dive deeper. So,
fair.
Yeah, I'll get to the chorus here. It's coming up. You've never heard this song?
No, never.
Yeah, it's a great song. She doesn't get jocked. I mean, she's only got 600,000 subs, 16 million views. So I don't hear her talk about that much. I know she's won a ton of Grammys and
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song. Good song. Good vibe. Just about growing up in a small town, being stuck, and people doing shit they shouldn't be doing, and repeating the cycle and staying stuck. So
doing bad things.
Great song. I love her voice too. I really should do a deeper dive because I'd probably like it if that's the vibe of most songs. So, but I don't know. So
that's fair.
I don't know if you know much about her at all.
So I know the littlest bit. I actually just know about her more as a person than I do actually her music. So,
interesting.
Yeah, so I just heard about other things really, but her music I know is a big deal for obviously a lot of people.
Okay.
But FNA, Casey Musgraves, there you go. Did
Right.
not see that coming. Throwing curveballs at me, sir. I appreciate her though. Like it.
Yeah, might as well.
There you go. All right, I got another one here for you, and this is a band that I don't know. I say it qualifies because I've not dove in as far as I really need to. It's a band that Ty and I have played this song. I don't know, no less than 1,000 times. We had an entire game around this song basically, and we spent an entire night playing this song. So the band is Wasp, and the song is Animal.
Yeah.
F like a beast, but they don't say that.
Yeah.
Blackie Lawless says a lot of their stuff, and I know other Wasp songs. I do know them, but
oh yeah, Blind in Texas is a cool song.
Yeah, super cool song.
Blind in Texas. I want to be somebody.
Want to be somebody, yeah. But Animal is the song I pull out just about 90% of the time.
Coming back, they're coming to Tucson.
Are they really?
Yeah, because he's doing more dates. So they're doing dates that they didn't hit last time.
That's fair. They
yeah,
playing,
you gotta get to
Rialto.
I think so. Just a great song.
Yeah,
good choice.
Yeah.
I would say it qualifies. They wouldn't qualify for me because I want to be somebody Blind in Texas quite a bit. Like I think I just listened to Blind in Texas like yesterday. It came up
nice
on a playlist. I'm like, I'll let it play out. Good choice though, because you definitely prefer Animal over anything, but probably more so for the meme factor. I don't know.
I don't know. That song is killer.
It is a great song. I agree.
Yeah, it is a cool song. Also, if you get a wild hair up your ass, you want to go see Blackie Lawless do Wasp in Tucson at some point, I will be free and I will attend that show and pay for a ticket. So
yeah, I mean it's all fake anyway, but
yeah, you go see the stage show a little bit, see Blackie rolling at 70 or so, whatever he is, doing this thing. It's good stuff.
Yeah, never true.
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple more here. I'll go with them. Well, let's keep it in the country vein. This is a guy I got into pretty heavily, but this is a song that really stuck with me. And I still listen to this song regularly. It still appears on some of my Spotify raps. He has one other song that I really like too, a lot, and listen to quite a bit. This is kind of a cheater. The other song's Talladega, but this is Springsteen by Eric Church. Great video too. I mean, it's easily the best thing ever referencing Springsteen. Like, it's probably the best use of any of this stuff ever.
Just the word, really, just the word. Just the vocal of Springsteen. Yeah. He's the best, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even he used a lot of Springsteen song titles throughout this too.
You made him better.
Like, I think I would tend to agree. Yeah, I would really tend to agree. Great piano hook. Country's great for this because, like I said, it's written to be earworms. Like it's it gets stuck in your head.
They're trying to be the most accessible genre of all time. Like, and that's the point of today's country.
Yeah, I mean, this song is a decade old, but yeah, today's country.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Either way,
I'm just saying it's crazy that it's that old.
I remember this song. I remember you got super into it. I remember that.
The song's great.
I think this might have been on. It could not have been on the first YouTube show we did. There you go. That's why you like it. It's got the Dodge there.
Yeah.
17. I hated the fact that every time I looked up Springsteen stuff for the next 2 years after the song came out, it was always Eric Church Springsteen, which is insane. Absolutely insane.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah, it's the way it should be.
See, no, it's true though. Bruce Springsteen's better when people sing about him or reference him. It's not really. We don't really need to hear from Bruce that much anymore, to be honest with you.
True. Yeah, it's Bruce and Manson kind of the same way. When you hear about Manson in metal songs and shit and references, whatever, to evil stuff, way better than actually hearing Charles Manson talk. There you go.
Yeah, I mean he's dead, so if you hear him talk now, it'd be pretty
interviews. Yeah, that's true. We got to talk about that. We got to figure out something else going on here. Oh my god. All right, so this is the biggest one for me, honestly. Like, I mean, I talked about this before when this came up on Records Today. The artist is Warren Zevon, and the song is "Keep Me in Your Heart." This song is among, like, I don't know, top 15, top 20 of my favorite songs of all time. I don't know. I'd pencil it in. It's so good. It's very emotional. He wrote the song. He wrote the whole record and wrote the song while he was dying, and everybody knew he was going to die. And he had cancer. Everybody knew he was going to die. And so he wrote the song and had all his friends come in and work on it. Bruce is in there. Tom Petty's in there. Everybody's in there. And it's just them in the studio, and that's the whole thing. It's the last time seeing their friend.
Oh, yes. This is okay.
And they all know it.
Yeah, I don't think I know this song.
It's so good. Eddie covers it a lot, actually.
Oh, really?
Very emotional.
This is on that Record Store Day release that just came out?
Yeah, so that's the record. Yeah, it's his last record, The Wind.
Oh, gotcha. What year is this?
It's 2003.
2003?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 20-year anniversary.
Yeah. It's just so good. And I first heard it because Eddie did a cover of it. He did a cover of it live, I believe. Bruce, Jackson Brown, Tom Petty. I think Brian Wilson may be in there at some point too. And yeah, he covered it at, I want to say, the Kennedy Center Honors or something or other. And I heard it there first. And then when I heard that, I was like, okay, well, I want to hear the original. And Letterman was a big fan of Warren Zevon and obviously Eddie and Pearl Jam too. And so Warren was on there a lot and played in his band quite a few times. And one of the last things he ever did was he went on Letterman, and Letterman asked him, like, how do you feel about dying? Like, how do you, like, it's a really surreal, like, interview to watch. And he played on there a million times. So when Eddie went on there, I think Eddie played that song on one of Letterman's last shows as well. And yeah, it's just so good. Especially, like, if you've ever been sick, messed up, whatever, and in a bad way for a lot of things, maybe not physically or medically, but mentally, whatever. Just, it's a very emotional, roller coaster song. So if you ever want to, get more sad, if you're sad one day and you want to get more sad, listen to "Keep Me in Your Heart," Warren Zevon.
Good choice. All right, that's cool. Tyler bringing the stuff I'd never heard, so I like that. Appreciate that. I'm gonna guarantee Tyler's heard this song. It's a giant song. I'm gonna keep it more in the country vein. Band group called Lady Antebellum. Lady Now. You don't know this song? You're gonna know this song.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna know this song. Song is called "Need You Now." So this is a great fucking song. This is a massive song. So it's 500 million plays.
Jesus.
Yeah. Just good. Like I said, catchy country earworm will be stuck in your head for 2 days afterwards. Got the blackberry there.
Hell yeah. Timeless.
Yeah, it's good. It's just a great fucking song.
For the phone, 'cause I can't fight it anymore.
Yeah, this is like 2009. This is old.
Wow.
Ooh, got the pre-Vivo play counts on here too.
Nice. Good for them.
There you go. Just keep people updated. It's a chorus.
Yeah, make sure we get our credit.
You've never heard this song?
I've heard this chorus.
Okay.
I've never heard the song.
I was gonna say, it's like be hard to avoid.
I didn't know what this was until this moment in time, though. I've heard this chorus.
There you go.
Though.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Really good song. Really good song. Bringing a country. I wanted to bring some country because we don't talk a lot about country, and it fits this for me because I have like this couple country artists I absolutely love and will listen to a lot, but then like most of the time it's just like onesie twosie stuff. So
for sure,
there you go.
100%.
You got any more?
All right, I think I got one more for you.
Okay.
This is going to be there's another hype band in the pop punk mid to late 2000s, and I tried to get on the train for them, and I just never could get totally into it. That band is The Wonder Years, and the song is There There. They're a big, huge band for a lot of pop punk kids, and they have been for going on 15 years or so now. And I have multiple records of theirs. I've listened to a lot of it, and it's fine. It's cool. Like it doesn't hook me. I just don't care enough. But this record and this song, in particularly, did a lot for me at the time. So good.
Another band that I've heard about tons, but I've never heard.
Yeah. They have a lot of fans from like the hardcore community too, pop punk. Like they're a crossover band for a lot of people, even though they're not really hardcore at all. It's just the like the associations with other bands and stuff.
Gotcha.
But it it's just so good, and like Soupy, the lead singer's voice is just really, really interesting, and I like a lot of the production on this record. I think they made a lot of good choices, and just very clean, a little bigger sounding, and I think they came across the best on this record for me.
Gotcha. Solid 2 minutes and 30 seconds too. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
in and out.
Get to the point. Yeah, they're still doing business. I think they broke up for a little bit. Soupy did his own thing called Aaron West and the Roaring 20s, I think the band was. And I think he still does that. And they recently got back together, and I think they did a record too, I believe. And I've not checked that out yet, but I have checked out a lot of their stuff, and I have a few other things over the years that I've bought in sales and stuff. And so I do have a little bit of a discography for them physically, and I just can't really hook anything more than that, honestly. But there you go. So Wonder Years, there. The Greatest Generation is the record. It's good stuff.
Gotcha. I'm gonna finish this off with a song that I actually heard from Todd in the Shadows. Love Todd in the Shadows. Got Tyler in the Todd in the Shadows. So yeah, just great stuff. He always does. He always does his year-end lists too, where he does he ranks his favorite pop songs.
Yeah.
And then his most hated pop songs. And I think this was on his most favorite pop songs. I think this song came out 2017 or something. It was a long time ago. Massive artist. Artist is Halsey. And I know she has way more massive songs in this song. The song's called Colors. I think this song is awesome. I love the production on this. The vocal hooks, really good. Yeah, I like her voice too. I like her. I love her voice too. This song's it's way overproduced, just like any pop vocals now, but I think it fits.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm a bit of a Halsey fan. I like the Badlands record that she did. That was a cool thing. And then when she had the newest record she did with Trent Atticus and Nine Inch Nails, and that was one of her dream collaborations, and they did the whole record for her. There's a lot of cool stuff. I was really stoked on that. I actually went on a trip up north right after that record came out, and I listened to that there and back, and it was cool stuff. I liked it a lot. Yeah, her voice is cool. The hooks are
this
cool.
chorus. Yeah, cool. This chorus too. It's up. It pops. Yeah, definitely a cool song. Yeah, it's funny though because a lot of this stuff I just never care. I don't care enough to ever listen to the record, which is this stuff is designed for you not to listen to the records anyway.
Yeah, it's single based.
So I never feel bad about it or anything, but
I never feel bad. That's funny.
You know what I mean, though.
I got you.
There's some artists where I'll like one song, and or artists where I know a record, but I've never dove in. It's man, I got to dive into more of that stuff.
Yeah. No,
I don't. And then I truly feel like shit. I need to stuff like that. I don't care. I like that song. Yeah. That's my song. It's fine. I'll leave it there. Yeah. Very surface level.
No, I mean I feel the same way. Especially when we talk about the bands we like the hits for, the songs. I feel bad about them because there's so many records that are probably super cool, and there's so much other songs I don't even know about, like the Stones or something, right? I like the songs, I guess, right? I'm not trying to go any deeper, just so much. but it's I feel bad that I don't feel that way about them, but like
Mhm.
that I want to, I just don't want to, and I kind of feel bad. So I understand what you're saying. With pop being so single driven, you know, the record isn't always very important. So I understand what you're saying. That's a good, yeah, that's a good observation, I suppose.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm into it, man. It was cool. I liked kind of checking these out and kind of going a little bit going back into stuff that I haven't thought about really, and I never really perceived it as like a one-hit wonder in my mind for a lot of this stuff, because I do like it. But when I kind of thought about like, if I'm listening to this band or this artist, where am I going? And it's always these songs we just went over for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. And like I said, not all a lot of these bands and artists we talk about have massive hits. You know,
Yeah.
Some of them are like SR-71. That's a one-hit wonder band, but like some, you know, obviously Halsey, massive songs. So like,
Yeah.
she's not a one-hit wonder, but personally, these are our one-hit wonders. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys made it this far, we appreciate you. You are true legends. Hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, comment down below. What are some of your one-hit wonders, bands and artists where you only really dig one song and never really cared to dive deeper, or you tried and you just didn't dig the stuff too, like Tyler with the Wonder Years. So, like I said, made it this far. We appreciate you. We always choose the topic at the end of every episode. I chose tonight's topic. Tyler, it's up to him to choose next week's topic. So,
all right.
let's see what he's got.
So I thought about this earlier before we started doing the video stuff, but I hope now the video stuff works out in this episode, because it would make this next episode so much more relevant. Favorite deep cuts. They can be our favorite bands or whatever, but like, and I deep cuts. I mean, you can like define that as you want to. Really, like if it's a last single on like a record that like, you know, didn't really do much, I guess that kind of counts maybe. But deep cuts from any of our bands that we want to, you know, put out there. And, you know, I think I'm going to pull out some deep cuts from some of my favorite bands too. Like, even though I've talked about them a million times, and I'll pull some of them out and, you know, put them out there. And maybe any of our millions upon millions of loyal fans, they can check out some new stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the way I kind of define it is stuff that just doesn't get talked about a lot.
Yeah.
That's the way I kind of look at it. Yeah. And it's probably not in the top 5 on Spotify.
Oh yeah, none of these are gonna be top 5ers. Yeah, that's definitely not top 5, top 10, top 15, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, let's just put it that way. So, anyways, guys, that's what we'll be doing next week. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.